Good morning and welcome to day 3. You can see some of the pathway and protection is done. There was a great deal of work done yesterday. Here with Heather again. What have you guys done to our bathroom?
Well, we gutted it in the literal sense. Come on, let's take a look. So as you can see, everything is literally gone. We are down to just the studs. So all the mechanicals have been exposed. And today we're gonna start with some carpentry and some insulation. Now normally we wouldn't insulate at a time like this. We would wait until after we got inspection. But it's cold here because it's Wisconsin. So we're gonna go ahead and insulate the walls. And then when the inspector comes, or if any mechanical trays need the insulation removed, we'll simply just pull it out and then put it back so they can have access.
Why are inspections important?
Inspections are very, very important because they make sure that everyone has built everything, wired everything, plumbed everything in according to code.
And how many permits do we need for this project?
There will be 3 of them. There's a building permit, an electrical permit, and a plumbing permit.
It's really important to do that. And we can talk about that in another video. But some of the things that we're doing now, we're not making big changes to the electrical and the mechanicals and the plumbing, but we are making some changes to kind of modernize the look. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So in this house, you have copper lines already, for which are good. And any adjustments that we make for the vanity, adjusting for the size, we'll just redo them in copper. Otherwise, we would simply do it in PEX if we were doing relocation of fixtures. The other thing in the home here is there's this older style BX cable, and then there's also newer cable. Romex is what they call it. So when the electrician comes in, he'll eliminate as much of this BX as he can and then rewire it in the new Romex. Which is important because what the Romex now is color coded according to the different sizes and ampacities. So when the inspectors come in, they will be looking for that to make sure that we have proper circuitry and wiring going on in this bathroom.
We didn't expect that the total demo would be done in one day. This was a cast iron tub that the guys took out.
Yeah.
It was about this much concrete that they dug out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they did a great job. Yeah, normally a demo will take about 2 days, but they were able to get it done in 1 for us. So that is fantastic. So that means today we can move on to some carpentry items. And like I said, in the insulation to keep it warm in here. So for instance, over here, we're gonna end up taking the rest of this subfloor out where the bathtub used to be because we were making this a shower stall. So that means we're gonna end up building a pan here with a rubber liner that will be poured specifically for this space. So like I said, this will all get reworked. The other thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new niche here and we're gonna center it in this back wall. But as you can see, we have an obstacle. We have this vent pipe here that's running. So we'll have to get this moved over to one side or the other so we can get our 3-foot lineal niche in here for the customer. The other thing is we'll start putting some backing in. Like over here on the design, they've chosen to have 5 or 6 robe hooks versus a towel bar. So we'll put backing in for those to be attached to. And then anywhere else. There's also 2 that will go over here for the vanity. And then, so we'll get backing in for that. And then we will also put some backing in for the vanity to attach it, just to make sure, because sometimes where you need to anchor it doesn't always necessarily line up with a stud. So we'll put backing in that area as well. One other thing that we've noticed in this bathroom is that there's some staining on the floor, particularly over here by the toilet. So Fritz tells me that the wax ring and or the collar were beginning to fail. So we're going to cut open the floor here and just make sure that there's no further damage going down into the lower level. This happens to sit right above the kitchen area. So we want to make sure that there's no damage there. Now would be the time to fix it if there is. The other thing we have going on the floor here is an old clothes chute. So we will cut this down and get this closed off for the customer because they no longer want to use it. So that'll be it for today.
That's the summary for day 3. Please comment if you have any questions, and we'll get right back to you. Stay tuned for more.